Wait. We showed the Dodogama.
How'd that guy get in there? Get out of here, Dodo.
That's so
This is
adorable.
Jeff.
This
It
is
is so
David.
cute. I'll put some links if you would like to. The wonderful person who I also work with, who is presented. Well, I'll ask about that. Maybe I'll edit that out. I'll ask.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll ask permission before I do that. But Sabotage, this is Jeff.
This is David.
Hi, David. Let's play Monster Hunter World.
Let's beat up.
We have a new
Teostra.
Elder Dragon. The new one is Lunastra, which is not a drug. It's an Elder Dragon. Basically a female variant of a Teostra.
Right.
This is one of the post-game quest lines, also post-release quest lines that came up.
Right. Yep.
Is just a free new monster. Lunastra is from previous games.
Right. Like Devil Joe and all that.
Yeah, like Devil Joe is also for previous games. But the actual quest line, which you get from the Huntsman, is kind of the Teostra dude.
Yeah.
The first thing we have to do is just slay a regular Teostra. This is not a well, it's a very large one. It's a guaranteed gold crown, in fact. So a big boy. But not any different than it fights. You fight it like a Teostra. In this case, I've got my cool water longsword, which I quite enjoy water longswording Teostra.
Why did you put on that mantle?
That's a force of habit.
Oh, okay.
Maybe my hunters are self-conscious. Okay.
Maybe.
Talking to the the second fleet master here in the armory, just because he has the next quest step, which is that.
Go to the arena.
Go to the special arena where there's been a Teostra spotted and wounded and showed up, and it's storyline wise, it's eating the gunpowder that's there, which is great.
Oh, I didn't actually realize that.
I think that was I don't know if they say that directly or if that's the implication, but it's that. It was like going there and it was like eating gunpowder for like a snack.
Nice.
Also, I think this is supposed to be the one that we were fighting earlier, but we clearly sent that one to the farm.
Yeah.
Where all the other Teostras play.
Yeah.
It does have a cool little
good intro.
Elder v Elder intro.
It's more like Elder v Elder, because it's not like a three-way fight.
That's true. The Nergigante's here to get beaten up to show you how serious the situation is. It's real war perfect. He's like, okay, fine, I'm leaving. Whatever.
I'm just gonna leave
here anyways. I'm gonna go eat a mountain. The mountain doesn't. The mountain does explode occasionally, but
yeah, it doesn't explode directly and intentionally.
I want to say that I did pretty okay in this fight, but Lunastra is like extremely volatile and explosive. So you got like cool parries and stuff. The Lunastra is sucks.
Yeah, it's not a fun fight. I hate fighting the Lunastra
it's a lot. It's a lot of sustained, and I just burned to death. That's just what happened.
Yeah.
Let's try again. It has a lot of the moves of the Teostra. You're not as safe on the side as you are with the Teostra. But it has, like the medium range fire. It has the tail whip. But it's Nova, which is this, which I dodged. But then you get hit by wind.
Really? And then you die.
And the wind is long enough so that the explosion, the second explosion, because there's a second explosion, just kills you. So the Lunastra is a lot about sustained damage rather than burst damage, which is more of Teostra's kind of thing. Because, the Teostra will have a supernova, it'll go, I'm charging up my laser, or spirit bomb, whatever reference you feel like using, and then it explodes. But you can dodge it with anything that'll block a single hit, The problem with the Lunastra is that it's constantly putting... Well, okay, Teostra also puts gas around and ignites the gas. But Lunastra just loves having this fire around everywhere all the time.
Right.
which you can actually, yeah, I did. That's my cat. My kitty knows how to put him to sleep.
Right.
But you can also have, Lunastra doesn't like it when it is flashed, so it likes to do its supernova. Fortunately, I got out of the stun of the wind in time so that I can chain my Superman dodges to go through the second blast.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can if you don't get hit by the sort of wind blast at the exact wrong time. But anyways, lots and lots of gas everywhere. You can use cool drink to mitigate some of the damage, which is nice.
Right, yeah.
This is not even the real fight. This is just Repel the Lunastra. It's just kind of like the intro. And I still died 2 times.
Yeah.
But it's over.
You seem excited.
Hooray! Hooray!
Yeah, the Lunastra's whole deal,
everywhere.
like it's a specific kind of challenge. It just seems like it's the kind of challenge that is more annoying than it is like fun, at least for me. I'm sure there's somebody out there that just like has like the Go Lunastra penance and
wind pressure has always been annoying because it's just a gimmick that has way too many levels that you have to counter in a build if you really want to do that. It's like just don't. But
look at this outfit.
Like the Daura, it's a much longer wig than the Teostra version. I also forgot to show the Luna armor for the Hunter, although in the next videos we'll be using a lot of it.
Yeah, you'll see it.
It's a blue version of the Teostra armor. It's slightly different kind of sigil, slightly different kind of crown, but it's a variation of the Teostra armor. It's very good too, which is why I'm going to be making a bunch of pieces of it and kind of arranging them around. We're going to make an anti-Lunastra set though to fight the Lunastra. You can see down in the corner, 24 fire resist.
There you go. Yeah.
I've got my weakness exploit. I've got my shield on my lance. I'm also going to eat for additional fire resist. I think it ends up elemental resist large, which I think ends up something like 35 or 40, which is just a flat percentage reduction in that damage type, which is good. Also, we have the benefit of, since we're fighting in, this is just a bad job. Since we're fighting in the Elder's Recess, we have cool drinks on, which is also going to reduce the fire damage of all of the constant burning gas everywhere.
I just I gave up on not having cool drinks with Lunastras and just always have them. Just because your health is just melting.
Yeah, it's just
going away.
Oh boy. Good job, shield. You did.
Good shield.
Nope. Go to the side. Run away. Get out of the gas.
Where's Jace's waifu and Wylandra? What? Your buddies. Where are your buddies? The people who are supposed to be playing with you.
Well, I assume they'll arrive eventually. They will arrive eventually and get some of the pressure off.
Right.
I really want to see that tail attack because it's easy to dodge with the lance.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one.
There it is. Yeah, I will say if you are hunting a Lunastra normally and there's an Urgigante in the area, they will just beat the snot out of each other for a while, which is nice.
So there is a harder version of the Lunastra, the Arch-Tempered version, which is, I don't think it's on PC at the moment, at least when we're recording this. It was, and it probably will be in the future, and, well, that's how those things go.
Right.
I would say that the only reason I mention that is I've never actually fought Arch-Tempered Lunastra. I'd never, basically because I'm done with Monster Hunter World until Iceborne.
Yeah.
And it is just a much harder version of Lunastra. But the thing they added was the mating supernova, which is kind of awesome.
What is this?
Because you fight it with a Teostra, and they can actually it's like a turf war where it's like a combined animation, except it's a combined supernova. We're not going to see that, at least not in my footage again, because I've not captured it, but it is out there if you want to look that up on the YouTubes of the super duper nova. I need to help my friends here with some healsies.
You need to do some white maging.
Just doing some, exactly. Being a good team player, good support.
Now, okay, there is a Teostra right there. I was
There
like,
is a
"Did I see
Teostra here as well."
I did.
Yeah, for this particular assignment, which is the last on the Lunastra sort of quest line for the huntsman, is we actually have to fight both of them. So. There's a lot of fire and gas.
Yeah, it's real hard to like really parse what's going on.
Trying to separate them with some poop.
Yeah, I mean, just poop the Teostra. He's more susceptible.
But then the Lunastra is flying away anyways, so hey, I wonder where they'll go. Probably to the same spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Oop.
I was too busy healing. I was thinking about the team. Well, I'm here. Might as well do some pokes. They have to both die eventually.
If you gotta kill them both, you might as well kill them. Yeah, just kill whichever one is not next to the one. Yeah, kill them by themselves. Those are the words I'm trying to say.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're putting down.
It's so of the Elder Dragons that you fight in this game. Now that we have seen all of them, which do you prefer to fight?
Nergigante is the best fight.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
It's always just like, it's got a great design. It's just a fun fight. I really like beating up Teostra with a longsword. That's pretty fun. Lunastra is too similar. It's great that it's in there because it's just like, hey, free content. And also the Lunastra weapons are really, really good. So that's nice.
Yes. Yeah.
But ultimately, it's just, it's not just a palette swap of a Teostra. There's more to it than that. But it also is kind of that.
Right. It's the same thing of like, pink Rathian versus Rathian.
Yeah, or like Black Diablos. It's like technically it's a different monster, but not really.
Not just different enough.
A different look. Yeah, not different enough.
Yeah, like they have a stink. They have a stink ape. They could give us a stink ape.
If only get the stink ape. Lunastra is different than a Black Diablos compared to regular Diablos, which the only difference is kind of like speed and then like an extra delay when burrowing kind of thing. Lunastra has this, her own thing going on, which that's nice.
Right.
But
it's
not my favorite to
enough,
fight.
No. So, you said you have not fought the Arch-Tempered Lunastra.
Nope.
Have you fought Arch-Tempered everything else though, right?
No. I haven't done Arch-Tempered Xeno either. These all kind of came out after I was already in basically full production for this video series. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So, both you and I guess. Yeah. I mean, you got further into it before you fell off. Well, not fell off. Before you refocused than I did.
It's just Yeah. So I was mostly just recording all the footage for the video series. Because you shouldn't. If you're still having fun with the game, keep playing it. But if you reach a point where you're like, nah, then just don't.
Yeah.
If it's a game that has loot, just don't play it. Value your time.
Yeah.
Like, you just if you feel obligated to do something, you're like, oh, I have to do my dailies or whatever, and you're just like annoyed about it, just don't.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just think about life, about the time you have on this earth, and just be like, play a different video game, have fun in some other way. If you're still having fun doing it, then just do it. Yeah. But yeah, life's too short to waste on RNG and stuff like that. If you're like, oh, I really need this drop, whatever. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, especially on PC where you can just
you can get what you need if you really want.
Yeah. Right. There are a number of games that I have played where I'm just like, you know what? I understand the progression system they have in the game. I understand why they have it. That's not the part I find fun or engaging. So just gonna skip it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. This is especially true for a lot of loot games that are very popular at the moment. Your Divisions and Anthem to a lesser extent, and like Destiny.
Your
even Diablo, which there'll be another Diablo, I'm sure, and Torchlight.
Yeah.
And I wonder, actually, I'm not sure about the new Torchlight. What they're actually doing with that. That seems like it might be going in a weird direction.
Right.
Like MMO or Path of Exile, whatever. Anyways, games that have lots of RNG, just to see numbers go up.
Right. Like that was with Diablo 3. You and I both played a lot of Diablo 3.
I really liked Diablo 3. It was really fun.
Yeah.
And going back again and doing the Act 5 was lots of fun. The Crusader was just like great. Just like I was like, this
broken.
is fun.
Just like, all right, just do hammers. It's not really broken.
Kind of broken.
Yeah, it's just like
this may be stronger relatively than others, maybe to encourage people to use the new thing. Who knows?
Right. But I will say that I did play the game for a bit, and I was just like, well, like, what's the next thing I can do? Well, I have the hunter or whatever, the assassin, whatever that class was, with the guns. I was like, you know what? I'll just try to get the best demon hunter. I'll just try to get the best gear for this that I can, and 15 hours of grinding or whatever, and I hadn't gotten all of it. I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm not having fun anymore.
And then you went back to hollowing out a mountain in Minecraft and creating a machine in Factorio.
I mean, that was probably the point where I was actually building the world-sized pyramid in Minecraft.
Sure.
It contained a single bed surrounded by candles.
A single bed, yes.
You have to tell us. You have to tell a story.
Exactly, environmental storytelling. It's very important.
But it's like I like to have things to calm my mind.
Grinding can be pretty fun as just as a background activity. Just kind of zone out too. This is why I'm not opposed to grinding or repetitive things.
Yeah,
it's more of the case of like let's get the jump. Hey, we're fine.
Hey,
how unusual.
It's the grinding for non-guaranteed rewards.
Yeah, non-guaranteed rewards, or they're just kind of getting stuck in a Skinner box loop.
Right. Like Persona 3 and Persona 4 both. I played those games where part of running through those dungeons and killing things was I found it fun. So I would just put on a podcast or a comedy special or whatever and just do that. It was nice.
I'm going through Tales of Vesperia, the definitive edition. It came out on the Switch.
Yep,
and,
there it is.
It came out on a bunch of other things, but I'm playing on Switch because it's a thing that I can also play on the bus, which is not as good as for my particular circumstances. It's not as good as Monster Hunter on the bus because if there's too much reading, I get queasy. So
right, yes.
Which is a problem with the JRPG, which is a lot of text.
Yeah,
fortunately,
this
the version of the game, it's voice acted, so I can just listen to it, which is why it's doable for me on the bus.
Right.
So I can just listen and then tap through the text, and then the battle scenes and stuff are fine because it's just something with having direct control with the characters, and it doesn't like whatever part of my brain is like. You are both moving and not moving at the same time. Stop it. Gets short-circuited there.
Yep.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Tales of Vesperia, which is a very, very long JRPG, which I have attempted many times to beat.
At least
on 360. And, played for 70 hours and tried to go back after not playing it for 2 years and then forgetting everything about how the game works. And then I was like, all right, I'm start over this time. But this time I'm not playing it for grinding or completion. All I want to do is see the end of the story, really. So I'm just putting on easy and just kind of breezing through. Like, I'm not interested in fighting every battle. I'll fight the battles that are there, but, run away, just do boss fights, and just listen to the story and just kind of enjoy it that way.
Right.
It's a perfectly legitimate way to do it. But there's a certain kind of how the, to use another McElroy phrase, or the kimono, you can kind of see the structure of the JRPG shine through. And I was like, man, I really love this genre, and I've spent so many hours of my life playing all kinds of them.
Right.
From all the Final Fantasies, more recently like the East games and obviously the Tales games and Persona games, Chrono Trigger, all of these JRPGs which have fairly similar design philosophies. The Tales design philosophy is fairly rigid, actually.
Oh yes.
There's a certain part where you get used to the flow of it, where you're like, oh, okay, it's cutscene, dungeon, boss, cutscene, world map, cutscene, field, cutscene, dungeon, boss, cutscene, town, shop, cutscene, dungeon, boss, cutscene, town, cutscene, boss, cutscene. It's because you can see the pieces, like that. Those are the sort of what's the word? Like the atoms of the experience, right?
Right. The granular bits.
It's you fight, you talk, you explore, and get treasures, which are just treasures that are just laying around in these various places. This didn't work out for a lot of the team, by the way.
Oh, jeez.
It's okay.
Everybody,
I'm a good healer boy. I'm gonna help out the team.
You only lost one person.
My shield was strong. It kept me alive, but yes, only one person was lost to the supernova there, the super duper extra super long nova. But playing through Tales, it becomes very obvious, like the sort of the structure of it, where you're like you can see like, oh, okay, I walk here. This is going to be a trigger for cutscene. This is a trigger for boss fight. This is a trigger for, etc., etc.
Right.
And at a certain point, you're like, is this still fun? And I'm like, I don't know. Because then I start thinking about the only thing I want out of this game is the story. And then I start worrying about pacing, because that's a problem the Tales games have.
That's a problem almost every JRPG has.
Almost JRPG, where it's like, it's an impressive amount of like voiced dialogue, because there's so much of it.
Right.
But a lot of it is just like edited. It's like edited down. Like you're watching a cutscene in like Metal Gear Solid or something. I do appreciate the boulders. Got that boulder drop. Yeah. You're watching a cutscene and it's like, remember that you don't have to say everything all the time.
Right.
And there's a certain like anime. There's the anime tropes that also are related to this, especially in an RPG where you could or could not have certain characters in your party. Got the tail.
Ooh, that was classy.
I probably shouldn't have tried to grab the tail. I thought it was on its way out. That was not true. It'll eventually, work its way out of the room, but that was bad timing on my part. But, if you have, like, characters, they'll just have generic lines of dialogue, which is kind of related to the situation.
Right.
And, you'll have a few main characters that are directly talking to each other, but then, oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
You're like one feint away?
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We're still good. We're so close to the end. I was just gonna keep drinking those potions.
Yep.
Okay. It is off. It's going away.
Everything's
gonna
fine.
go to sleep. We can explode it. Get a tail. It'll be fine.
Anyway, what were you saying? Edited down.
But yes, there's a lot of just like starting to skip things. I'm like, okay, like I know what the narrative point of this conversation is, and it's just retreading information. You like, we need to get to the top of this mountain, and at the base of the mountain, there's a cutscene where everyone says like, we're here to find, the MacGuffin. It's, every person has the line that they say, and it's like, yeah, it's just retreading information, and then you get halfway up the mountain, and it's like, there's a villain here, and do a boss fight, and so I don't know. It makes me think a lot more critically about the actual pacing of the story, and it does it. So I go off and on about how excited I am to continue doing it. But at least it's easy and breezy enough that I can just do it while on the bus.
Right.
So I'll eventually get through the rest of it, I think.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten quite even to the part where I was at when I stopped last time. So, anyways.
Okay. Wow.
We have delivered unto the huntsman.
I will
the Teostra and the Lunastra.
Yeah. And you get a special tool. And what is this tool?
We get a specialized tool, which the in-universe explanation for this is great. It said that the researchers were watching the huntsman's style, but he's an old hunter and he doesn't want to use the newfangled devices. Oh, hey, look, there's a dodo. It's weird that there's a dodo here.
His arms are clipping into himself a little weirdly.
The dodos just keep showing up in random places in the video. It's weird. But the researchers had analyzed his movements, which in this case actually means the Monster Hunter Generations and Generations Ultimate Hunter art, which is called Absolute Evasion. Which is the animation effect you get when you use the mantle, the evasion mantle. Or temporal mantle. The evasion mantle is a different one, which we'll get in a sort of future video. But when you have the mantle on and you get hit, you do an auto dodge where you kind of do like a corkscrew dive off to the side, which you then use to well, it makes you completely invincible. It's a very, very useful mantle that should probably be used all the time and always.
All right, so if you like what we do and you like the hashtag content that we produce, feel free to go to our Patreon where you can support us monthly or do the one-time PayPal thing or, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. We like making all this stuff for you, and that all those things make it easier for us to do it.
Monster Hunter. Next time.
So close to dying.
Next time. We're very close. We're very close. Next time, we do every optional mission. Not technically every single one.
But the ones you want to do.
The ones I want to show are the ones that give you things. There is an optional an optional mission for every single monster in high rank, and one for special arena after you capture them. So you fight the monster or you capture the monster. I'm not going to show those. Just imagine fighting the monsters again. Just do that.
Yep.
But there's ones that'll get you like new pieces of meat at the canteen, or other special things that'll lead to like rewards for like your the botanical garden and the chef and
right.
Anyways, we'll show at least a snippet of each of those, and there's a whole bunch of them, with the goal of showing the last two main optional missions, which is the White Winds of the New World, and also New World Sky, New World Flower, which has to do with fighting tempered monsters. So we'll get to see all of that. And I say technically not all of them, because there is another optional mission that appears once you get to Hunter rank 100, where you fight a bunch of tempered Elder Dragons. But you have to grind a lot to get there, and it's just tempered Elder Dragons. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. For the sake of the video, I consider the White Winds of the New World, which gives you a unique reward. Well, it's not a unique reward. You can get it from like one or two other missions, but it's the one that'll always guarantee you. So, which I also need to get the rest of my good Lunastra armor and weapons up to code, so to speak. So we'll do that next time on Monster Hunter.